Bit of space, gets dragged down and a good tackle by Darcy. All Blacks moving it left and right. Howlett. Now Woodcock into a big gap. Where's the support? Now he gets it off to Eaton. He flings it to McCaw. The pass just a little bit behind him though. And Richie McCaw knocked it on. But boy, Tony Woodcock into the gap.
Well, it looked like a classic backline move, didn't it? Running. Well, that was the offload, the last offload of Eaton's. He couldn't quite get it away to McCaw, otherwise it would have been a try.
The line-out steal came from big Malcolm O'Kelly. They're worried that he hasn't got a lot of match fitness behind him, but he is a very experienced campaigner, and he was a big loss to the Lions. He was injured before the Lions team left, and he never made the tour.
Well, he's the most experienced Irish player of all time. 73 caps. O'Gara's kick. Howlett, and he just can't keep it in.
Did he touch it? No. Well, O'Gara, of course, renowned as a tactical player.
And he's got the strong breeze behind him in the first half too. 7-0, the All Blacks lead. 14 minutes gone.
Yes, in the heat of battle, it hasn't let up from the start.
This great rugby ground, Lansdowne Road.
Yes, you can come.
There are bigger stadiums in the city. Might have to use them in the future. As Howlett into the gap now. Doug Howlett got the arms free. Now the in pass. McDonald looking. Howlett stayed with him, and it's going to have to be scrambled into touch by Anthony Horgan. All Blacks creating space.
Oh, Howlett was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. He created room for himself, and then he took the gap and then leant around and gave the pass. Put McDonald away. Sivivatu, I think, was a little bit out of position there, and McDonald had no option but to tow it ahead. Just a little deep, I think, Sivivatu.
Mialamu going to Williams. All Blacks are going to drive this.
Quality ball, wasn't it? Although it's stationary now, they'll start a roll.
Mialamu takes it an extra metre or so.
Once again, stationary ball.
Now Wepu, away it goes for Evans to Major. Long cut out pass to McDonald. Good tackle by his opposite number. He got up and he was able to recover it though, Leon McDonald. Now here's Nonu having a go. And he ran behind his own player. And the crowd seems happy enough with that decision by Jonathan Kaplan.
Yes, a little bit unfortunate really, because I think he was really just trying to sidestep anybody. Didn't matter who it was, his players or the opposition.
No question that he impeded a tackler though. Nonu's hard enough to tackle without that happening. But the All Blacks have settled pretty well. I mean, when you consider that this combination, the fresh 15 from last week, you'd expect them to be a little bit rusty early on both sides, making handling laps. It's pretty cold out there. Finger temperatures wouldn't have been too high, but seem to be getting into their work pretty well now, finding a bit of a rhythm.
So here's Shane Byrne, who we saw on the Lions tour. 34 years of age these days. It's been cleanly won, but not tidily done. And the All Blacks are going to get a scrum out of this. Ireland had kept a couple of their loose forwards right out wide, and now both Dennis Levy and Johnny O'Connor having to run all the way across to the scrum.
There's been a bit of debate about the scrum half playing for Ireland today. But he's a terrier, I can see that. He's electric. So Graham Henry, at this stage of the game, he'll be sitting there on the edge of his seat, although he'd hate you to know that. Although I think he'd be pleased with the start, because they really have got attack foremost in their minds.
Ball flipped back to Wepu. Now Nick Evans. Up it goes to Howlett. Down towards the halfway line, looking for quick ball again. Now they get it. Lowaki tries to get his arms through the tackle. Ireland in there trying to spoil it. Not so though. Wepu goes for a burst, gets rid of Stringer, just pushed him out of the road. There it is for Mialamu. Now Evans lobbing it in behind Anthony Horgan and judging it nicely.
Yeah, another great kick.
Number 10, all the way to
He's come back for the penalty.
Yeah, penalty. Offside play. I think it was O'Gara, number 10.
10 all the way.
Now this will be interesting. This is a kick of about 47 metres into the breeze.
Yes, and it's reasonable breeze, isn't it? I mean, it'd probably be, well, we don't know really, I suppose, with Nick Evans. He hits the ball so well that it would have to be a tough kick for anyone.
They're looking for touch, Murray. They'll just have to wait. One of the Irish players, I think it might be the captain, just receiving a bit of attention for a bleeding nose.
Well, of course, if it is Simon Easterby, he was under real doubt in this game because of a broken nose sustained a few weeks ago.
Well, he's been training in some sort of face protector, the sort of thing you see sometimes in the NBA basketball, but he hasn't worn it out on the field.
You have to harden up the nose.
Game carries on anyway, and Ali Williams drags it in for the All Blacks.
They got a bit of a drive, attempting a bit of a drive here, yes, and it's moving forward.
Mialamu holding it in the back. Good progress. Got to keep this moving, and they're doing so.
And they're staying on their feet too, so often they collapse. Now McCaw's got it.
Good formation. Now they join again.
Yeah, it's at the back there.
And in the end it's truck and trailer.
Which means that the front part got away from the back part. It became disjointed, therefore the players with the ball became offside in effect. We're putting the players in front of them offside. So you've got a great kick for an acute angle. Tony, you would have seen that straight towards you.
Yeah, had a nice bend on it, Murray. There's no question that he is a very good punter of the ball. Didn't really impress, though, on the Lions tour with anything other than his kicking. His defence was woeful.
Great work by Jason Easton.
Stolen.
Got away in front of his man, but Ireland have got it back. O'Gara out to O'Connor. Here's Gordon Darcy trying to get through in midfield. Looks like it's been turned over again, and referee going back for the original infringement.
It was an interesting line out, wasn't it? Because yes, you're absolutely correct, Nisbo. Eaton did get in front of his man, but Burns stole it off. I think it was Woodcock who smuggled it back from Eaton. Yes, the rhythm lacking there for sure.
Bind up. Number 1, let him bind.
Flick back again to Wepu. Slings it wide for Evans in his good pace. Looking for Nonu on the bust. Nonu still going. Got support from McCaw. Back to Wepu. And the All Blacks in again. Piri Wepu.
Oh, that was a great try. Oh, I agree with that, man. No, it had the stamp of a classic try. Creation of space, running back at angles. Have a look at Nonu's angle. The pass made it. Nick Evans did so well. He drew 2 and then he waited. It was a late cut, and they're always the best, the late cuts. McCaw, the inside flanker, the dream position. So often he is. Wepu on his shoulder. Just beautiful.
Well, Horgan was beaten by a combination of the angle and the power of Nonu, wasn't he, Murray?
Oh, and the timing of the pass, Tony, the late cut, the lateness of it, it was just all good.
Great to see Martin Nonu actually get a start in test matches. I think it's only the 3rd time, isn't it, that he started in a test. The rest of his appearances have been as an impact player off the bench. He'll be loving it.
Yes, I had a chat to him a couple of nights ago, and there's no doubt about it. He was really looking forward to starting in centre, at centre, you know. It's his favoured position.
So a second try in Test rugby for Piri Wepu after he scored in the Bledisloe Cup Test in Sydney.